Ladies, gentlemen, free thinking men, people that have subscribed, people that just come and watch the videos and didn't subscribe, friends, family, yada yada, blah blah blah. Hi, how are you? Great, good, wonderful. I am a little shy, a few days past being 1 month post-op, and I feel great. Feel really good, no issues. Disclaimer, you're gonna see me like glance over. I have my laptop open to my chart and also some stuff on Google because I'm gonna tell you guys what I was told at my last appointment. So that's why I keep looking over there. Feel really good, no bleeding, incisions are healing really, really well. On my right side, I got like some threads sticking out. Left side healed really well, no threads hanging out. I guess my body is like really absorbing that. No glue left on there. I started using the oil, she suggested petroleum jelly, but I started like using it was like an antibacterial petroleum jelly type cream, I guess like Batraban or something like that. And I was thinking that had I have been using lotion on my stomach like the whole time, the glue probably would have started coming off way before then, but I didn't want to do anything that was going to jeopardize the healing and leaving a scar and all of that kind of stuff, because like I said, I'm very vain when it comes to my stomach. Taking my vitamins when I remember, which is not as often as I should, but I'm gonna like write myself a note like, hey girl, take your vitamins. No problems eating, no problems pooping, no problems with anything. I'm pretty sure I said no bleeding. I don't have a reason to bleed at this point. Feel like everything's healed up really, really nicely. I don't have any complaints. It feels really good to not need to take some type of pain medication every day. Like, it's amazing. Literally every day, especially like the past, maybe from like November up until April, I was taking something every single day to just be able to function. Every day I was taking, be it ibuprofen, Phenergan, tramadol, hydrocodone, something. I was literally taking something every single day to be able to get out of my bed and operate like a normal person. And it feels incredible to not have to rely on medication. And it is awesome to not have to base my life around when I'm going to be bleeding and when I'm not. It's amazing to not just sit and cramp for no other reason than I have fibroids. Like, if you have fibroids and they're a problem and fertility is not an issue for you, get the hysterectomy. I've not met one person that had a hysterectomy done that regrets it. Like, not one. I'm in these, support groups on Facebook. I've talked to people face to face. I've not met one person that regrets having that surgery done. So if that is an option for you, I'd strongly recommend that you do it. Like, seriously. What else? I don't think I mean, everything's good on the home front as far as, me healing and feeling good and all of that kind of stuff. So I did want to talk about what she told me is a possibility of what happened to my missing ovary. Like, if I had some music, that's when the dun 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 would have cued in, but I ain't that good with YouTube or videos or whatever. So anyway, I want to show you guys the picture that they gave me of my uterus and everything that they took out. So I'm going to tell you now. It's graphic for some people. For me, I was like, oh my God, that was in me. Some people, it's too graphic. So if you're one of those people Now would be the time for you to skip forward just a couple of seconds, okay? So boom, look at this. Is this not amazing? Okay, let me tell you what you're looking at here. This, all of this lumpy stuff here, that is my uterus, and you see all the lumps and bumps and knots and stuff. Those were fibroids. Those were, you have to look it up. I didn't look it up. I'm not going to. That stuff in the middle is like, I guess, muscles or ligaments or something that held onto the cervix. This here is the actual cervix, and this is the left fallopian tube. Over here is where my right one would have been, okay? Here's my issue. You see how it looked like it's a clean, it was a clean break. So what she had told me is that I may have experienced something called torsion, okay? I'm going to read you exactly what it says off of my chart. Patient had a tubal sterilization in 2004 without any mention of an absent right tube and ovary. She may have had a torsion with necrosis of the right tube and ovary between then and now. Okay, cool. So let's talk about what torsion is. When I first typed it in, it came up like testicular torsion. I was like, that's not mine. But ovarian torsion is a condition that occurs when an ovary twists around the ligaments that hold it in place. This twisting can cut off blood flow to the ovary and the fallopian tube. And basically the fallopian tube, I mean, not the fallopian tube, but all of that, the ovary and the fallopian tube will die, I guess, and just fall off. It's kind of like, you know how you like tie a string around something to cut off the blood flow and it dies and falls off? That's basically what happened. So when I asked her, you know, questions about that, like, how did I miss that? She said that she has no idea because it is extremely painful. And with your body just reabsorbing it, there's no way to really know. I'm not going to count it out as it being something that could have happened. As far as the pain goes, I have an extremely high tolerance for pain, so I can't say that, it didn't happen. Also, you gotta, take into consideration that, like I said, I was in pain just about every single day because of fibroids, so I can't say that it didn't happen. What I will say is that I'm a conspiracy theorist. Not even that. I'll say that I've read Medical Apartheid. I'll say that I've read Killing the Black Body. And I'll say that there have been too many instances that I've read of them taking people's body parts, especially black people's body parts, and doing what they will with them. Who may have taken it? Who knows? Like I said, I had a tubal in 2004. I also had polyps and stuff removed in 2013. Those are the two surgeries or anything like that could have happened. I don't discredit it. I don't count anything out. It's just a little odd to me that nothing looked like it was broken off, like it really looked like it was a clean break. I don't know how torsion works. If any of you women out there have experienced anything like this, or had heard of torsion, I would love to hear about your experiences. Share with me, educate me, give me something to think about, because this is brand new to me. Not gonna say, like I said, I'm not gonna say it didn't happen. It's very likely could have. Then it very likely could not have. The body is really funny and it's really amazing, and it does a variety of things. So hey, who knows? But I did want to share that with you all because my missing ovary that thing bothers me. Like, it's a whole ovary and a fallopian tube. I would have really liked to have had my other ovary. Like, I'm pretty sure that the one that I have is going to do what it's supposed to do as far as functioning, to make sure that I don't go into early menopause and give me all the hormones and things that I need. But hell, what if it stops working? I would have had a backup. Now I don't even have a backup. I got one. If this one malfunctions, I'm SOL. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. If you have any questions, comments, I'm here. I am in the process of creating the Facebook page to go along with this. Another thing with the Facebook page is I was reading an article the other day about how expensive it is for menstruation supplies. Let me say this. I know how expensive it is. I was spending a buttload, pun intended, of money on these types of supplies every month, multiple weeks. I'm fancy and I like what I like, so I always use the Infinity Always pads, like the really thin ones, because I didn't want to get irritated down there because, you know, the wetness and all of that kind of stuff. And I always, like I said, I had to use the Ultra tampons that only Tampax sells, so that's name brand, so you already know it was costing. Like, I used the name brand stuff because I felt like it done its job. I know how expensive this stuff is. So I was reading an article about women that can't afford these basic life necessities. Like, I have interned in a homeless shelter, and people always bring in, you know, soap and deodorant and stuff like that. But what about pads and tampons and even the throwaway panties, or panties period? Like, that's something that people that can't afford this type of stuff, we legitimately take that for granted. I certainly have. So I said all that to say that I am in the process of putting together some type of drive where the uninhibited, that would be me, Yoni Chronicles, I put something out there to gather supplies, tampons, pads, panties, wipes would be a good one. Ooh, I need to make a note of that. To help women that cannot afford these types of things. I read in the article that if a woman has children and she has $5 and she needs to buy pads or tampons or feed her kids, she's going to feed her children and then figure out something as far as how she's going to keep herself clean. And that's not fair. Periods happen. Period. That's just it. So I think that it's crazy that there's nothing, you know, solid in place. Like, what is the government doing? Don't get me stuck. That's another story for another day. Periods happen. Why is there nothing in place to help people buy these types of supplies? You can't buy them with EBT if you need them. Like, it makes my heart hurt a little bit to know that there's, you know, legit people out there, women out there that can't get the things that they need to be a woman. Like, this is woman stuff. This is for women. These things are gonna happen. You need tampons, pads, wipes, panties, things that have been taken for granted. So I said all that to say I am creating the Facebook page to go along with this channel. I am in works with one of my very best friends. We're talking about putting something together. I mentioned it on my personal Facebook page and within the fibroid groups that I am a member of, and I've got a lot of support already of people that want to donate. I am trying to solidify a drop-off spot, or, you know, a place where people can send in these donations, and I am working towards figuring out when I want to distribute them and how far I want to go with the distribution and to what my target audience is. And I should have all those things figured out within the next week, because I am very anal about getting things done. If you know me, then you know that. So give me a week, people, and I'll have some information. I will go back through and post the link to the Facebook page in the description on all the videos after I get them done, so pay attention to that. I'll probably do like a 2-minute video once I get the Facebook page up and running, just to let you guys know that it is up and running. And I'll have, hopefully, cross my fingers, some information about doing a drop-off or drive for the less fortunate people that do not have access to the supplies that they need when their periods come on, okay? That's all I got for now. Thank you guys for listening. Like, share, subscribe, comments, questions, concerns, everything welcome. You guys have been dope. Thank you so much for the support that you've given me thus far. I'm really grateful that even, anybody even cares. I love the fact that I've been able to help some people so far. That's really dope. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe, comments, questions. That's it. See you in about a week.